A record number of scams have been reported in Singapore over the past year. The increase means that the overall crime rate is at its highest level in more than a decade. And more than 15,700 scams were reported. That's a 65% increase from the year before. Across all crimes, 37,400 cases were reported, and that is up by 6.5%. E-commerce and social media impersonation scams were the two most frequent scams. There were more than 3,300 e-commerce scams. That's up by about 20%. Social media impersonation scams soared to about 3,000 cases, up from about 780. Scammers passed themselves off as friends of victims on social media, tricking them into disclosing credit card details and those one-time passwords. The number of banking-related phishing scams, meantime, also increased significantly. In the majority of such cases, scammers posed as bank staff, getting victims to disclose internet banking information. There were more than 1,300 cases reported, up from 80 in 2019.
The key weakness of us humans is that we are driven by our emotions, and scammers make use of that. They use our fear, our lust, and our greed to make us do things which we would not do if we had just calmed ourselves down. We need all our friends and ourselves to actually cool ourselves down, calm ourselves down, and to think, really, is that deal really too good to be true? And if it is, it's most probably not true.
Physical crimes decreased, theft and housebreaking fell to a 36-year low. Meantime, outrage of modesty cases, they also fell by about 18%. And police say that is partly due to fewer people being out and about during the COVID-19 circuit breaker.
Ivan, as he wants to be known, is a victim of an e-commerce scam. The 22-year-old wanted a good deal for a staycation at Marina Bay Sands, so he and his girlfriend went on Carousel.
We saw this person with a very good review. There were many positive comments and feedback on the page. So we thought that this guy was trustworthy. So once we went to book a room, and then we decided that why not book a few more rooms for our family and our friends as well. We booked a total of 9 nights, including all the deposits and everything. It amounted to $29,000.
On the day that Ivan was supposed to check in, the scammer told Ivan that his bank account was frozen. He needed more money to unlock his account, so refunds can be made.
It was more of like we had this initial sum with him already, and we weren't ready to let that amount go.
So Ivan decided to cough up more money, and the scammer continued to cook up more sob stories.
We're communicating with him on a daily basis. Sometimes he'll call at 4 a.m. like randomly and tell us, hey, I found some money already, I think I can pass you back. And then nothing happened also. So he keeps your hopes up at certain periods of time also.
After 4 months, the couple ended up being scammed of $270,000. The culprit was eventually caught and charged in court. He's allegedly involved in at least 8 cases with losses amounting to $360,000. One online marketplace says such scammers are getting more sophisticated.
Lazada has put in a series of measures and algorithms to be able to compete against these kind of scammers. And we have good basis and rich data to understand what is the normal behavior, what is the suspected behavior. We look at histories, the frequency, the purchase amount, the purchase types, purchase behaviors.
Lazada was able to reduce scams by 80% in the second half of 2020 compared to the first. Last year, the authorities froze more than 9,000 bank accounts. Over $57 million was recovered, or 35% of the money scammed. They were also able to do so within days instead of months because of strong collaboration with e-commerce firms.
Every day when we will go through all the police reports to sieve out the online monikers, the suspicious advertisements. We will then send the URLs and online monikers to all these online marketplaces to proactively take them down. So you can see that from last year, we have detected and removed more than 2,900 online monikers and advertisements.
Police add that it's difficult to recover money transferred to scammers and is urging the public to exercise caution when making online transactions.